This is awesome.
One of those open marriages. Wow. Is Parramatta more than sport and cars?
Mum is hungry.
I'm terrified to die like my father. My name is Bec Mac. I'm an artist, a performer, a video maker, a mother and a wife. I have been obsessed about talking to people about love. At the moment. You in love at the moment? You in love at the moment?
You in love with the moment, Ray 6? At the moment, I am in love.
Whether it's the thing they love, the thing they do, or the person they are with, I have travelled the world to find out the meaning of the word love. And now I want to share with you some of these amazing stories. This is a public space, but it's more than the glass and metal. That's the hardware of the city. It's full of dreams from the past, the history of the place, and below the pavement, the dreaming of the Jagera people, the first people that lived here. In this episode, I want to explore how public space can be such an exciting, dynamic gallery or theatre for artists to create in, and also examine how intimacy can be displayed so publicly. Public space is a lush terrain and a fantastic place for artists to push boundaries in. Public art can be confronting, like performance artist Mila Mora's project, The Plop Egg Painting Performance, a birth of a picture. Mora squeezed paint-filled eggs out of her vagina, allowing them to burst colourfully onto blank canvases below, outside of Art Cologne. It can be social political commentary, like artist JR. He exhibits freely in the streets of the world, catching the attention of people who are not typical museum visitors. His work mixes art and act, talks about commitment, freedom, identity and limits. Works like Walking the Streets of New York City, The Wrinkles of the City. It's a world-scale project aimed to be presented in various cities around the world where wrinkles, human as well as architectural, can be found. Women are heroes. JR pasted huge photos of the faces and eyes of local women all over the outside of the favela, suddenly giving a female gaze to both the hill and the favela, paying tribute to those who play an essential role in society, but who are the primary victims of war, crime, rape, and political or religious fanaticism. It can be celebratory spectacle like Tristan Meacham's Fun Run. Meacham, decked out like a superstar in gold hot pants and pasties, runs a full marathon on a treadmill while supported by a cast of hundreds, dancers, community source performers in one high-octane action event.
Every 5 minutes.
I absolutely love it. It's such a great idea.
Well, yeah. I mean,
how do you do it? Like, how do you prepare? Like, do you run marathons? Is that
no,
how
I
you do
don't,
it?
and that's also part of the excitement of the work. I am a chubby performance artist.
Chubby.
Well, no, but the idea is that I'm not a runner, and that's also the interesting part of the work. So it's sort of that thing of seeing the potential of failure in the work, or the amateur trying to do something heroic.
Yep.
So while I run the marathon, I tell on my amazing Madonna mic,
sexy.
the story of Pheidippides, the very first marathon runner.
So you got to talk as well.
Got to talk.
Get out.
Got to talk. Got to entertain.
Complicated.
Yeah. There's a few. I know. I can't multi-skill in the best of times. Part of the excitement of the work is that I don't actually know what will happen.
Yes.
And at any point, literally, I could curl over and die. You could pass by the work and view it for 5 minutes, or like some people have happened upon the work and stayed for the whole 5 hours of the
fantastic.
show.
That would be life-changing.
Oh, bless
well,
your
in
socks.
a way.
No,
but like,
the experience is pretty.
If you can shift someone's day like that
Yeah.
to where they commit to being somewhere that they never imagined.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Experience in Korea was quite amazing in that there was 30,000 people that attended the event.
1,000 people. You must have felt like a rock star.
Yeah.
And how many participants were there?
So the community participants, there were 700 performers from the local community, and they ranged from traditional Korean drummers to Taekwondo champions to any groups that had a sporting or a physical dance practice. There's a relationship between the individual and the collective.
Yes.
So obviously that the through line being that I'm running a marathon and that's connecting everyone through. And as a result, and because I've got a head mic on throughout the whole time, you're hearing and all of my breath throughout the whole performance, even when it's at its most sort of ecstatic and jubilant. And you're also hearing everything that I say as well. So I'm not disguising the fact that I'm struggling, and I'm not disguising the fact that it's actually a really difficult task for me.
This is real, 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 real love.
Public space and performance in public space is a protest, is a sort of is a challenge to.
What do you mean it's a protest?
I think that using public space always becomes about, as you say, reshifting a general public's perception of different things, and it can be a subtle way that you're trying to shift people's perceptions, or it can be a more significant way. And I think that as a result, anything that you're placing in a public sphere as opposed to under four walls that contain work means that it's a protest.
Come on!
In my work, I've been really interested in what's private space and what's public space, and how I can push those boundaries. Photographer Sophie Howarth and I collaborated together to create a work called Panty Line, based on the concept of the Emperor's New Clothes. I also collaborated with artist Jackie Stockdale to create Madonna's Milk, an exploration of taboos of motherhood, particularly breastfeeding in public.
Your quiet is needed, ladies and gentlemen. Young children will stop suckling and they will starve. Do not clamber up to the windows, folks. Just stay calm. Don't panic, just stay calm. The Sleepless Beauty, ladies.
Coming up next, I'm going to share with you some of my greatest moments of Love TV, where the streets become a theatre.
This is awesome!
One of those open marriages. Wow. Is Parramatta more than sport and cars?
Mum is hungry.
I'm terrified to die like my father.